Hey everybody, Jeremy here with Defender Training. I've been watching a bunch of Mitch's videos and I see how cool they are, and I was thinking if you guys think those are cool with the junk revolvers, then you're going to love an auto-loader. So here we are with my Smith & Wesson M&P Sheild 9. It is the 2.0 version. The only difference really is a little bit of trigger work, and the grip on the side's a little bit rougher from a stock 1.0 Sheild. And I just want to show you guys these bullets here are inert. It's a little rubber stopper there, so they're fakes. We use them for training. And the firearm itself, there's no magazine in it. The slide's locked back and it is clear. So just want to go into a little bit about the pros or the cons of the Auto-Loader, some of the parts, and some questions we have. A lot of people have a hard time loading, especially Sheild magazines, with the bullets. So I'm just going to show you guys kind of how to do it. And I like to teach people, you want to, put the magazine in your hand like this so that the tip of the bullet is facing up, and put your hands alongside both the feed lips. It'll kind of help guide the bullet in, and then go ahead and push down with your thumb and slide it in. And it's just like that. Same thing. Push down, slide in. Push down, slide in. Push down, slide in. Get the bullet before it runs away from you. And that's it. So just a simple little tip, like I said, fingers on side of the feed lips. Bullets push down in the middle, slide it, push it straight down with your thumb, then slide back, and you're using your side fingers to kind of guide it. To get into the Auto-Loader, into the Sheild, like I said, this is a Sheild 2.0. I like my guns to have a safety on them, so it does have a manual safety. Some of the other parts on here is obviously the takedown lever. This is a slide lock. If I push that down, my slide drops. When it goes back, it kicks up and locks in. So on the last round of a magazine, it would also lock back. This is the magazine release. Push it in. Magazine release. Magazine falls out. Obviously, we have some fiber optic true glow sights there. Those are nice and bright. They pick up a lot of light. And I added a rubber grip just to help my meaty hand get a better grip on the gun itself. And it fits me pretty good. One of the things to look out for when you're getting an Auto-Loader is this right here, this gap behind your finger. You can kind of see there's a little bit of gap. Grab one of these favorite tools of Bench's here. This little gap right here. You want to make sure that your skin isn't protruding over that, because every time the firearm is fired, that slide rotates back. So if my skin was up here, when that slide came back, it'd catch me and it would rip my skin off. So something important to think about. I'm going to show you guys real quickly kind of how this works live. Got the magazine with the fake rounds in it, the dummy rounds. You go ahead and load it, chamber round, and when you're ready to fire, you take the safety off, squeeze the trigger, the gun will go off. When the gun goes off, the slide works its way back, and the shell is ejected, and then the slide goes forward again. Every time you pull that trigger with the safety off, and that gun goes off, it's going to eject around and move forward again. That means this slide is reciprocating backwards. Every fire, every squeeze of the trigger, every time there's a bullet in there and it's live and it makes an explosion and it goes off, you're going to have that slide reciprocate back. At the end of your bullets, in theory, the slide should lock back with the magazine, like so. There's a little catch in there that catches on this to let know there's no more bullets in there. And it locks the slide back so you can reload, pull your other magazine, slap it in, drop the slide, and go ahead and fire. This one does have two safeties. Like I said, it has the manual safety, which I feel on my carry gun I personally like to have. God forbid, I got in a tussle with somebody and they were able to get my gun. Hopefully they wouldn't know about this manual safety. And also it has a trigger safety, kind of like a Glock. If I grab up here on this trigger, I'm not all the way on the bottom like I'm supposed to be, the gun won't go off. When I depress on the bottom, then it will fire. You guys can kind of see the little trigger right here, how it rotates. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take this apart for you guys so you can kind of see the inside real quick. So a couple of parts. This is where your striker is located, inside of this little inside the center of the slide. And what happens is when you chamber that round, this little pin gets pushed back and it gets locked. And then when you squeeze the trigger, that comes forward and it exactly what its name is. It strikes the primer, or the firing pin is attached to it. It strikes the primer, which sets the round off. And then a couple other parts in here I'll just show you real quick. Your guide rod, it's enclosed. It's a double spring guide rod to help take away some of the recoil. So it has a stiffer, smaller spring, and a not as stiff, bigger spring, and I believe they call that progressive. So the harder that this thing pushes, the more spring tension that's put on it, and it helps with the recoil. And then obviously it has the barrel. What's really neat about this gun, and I don't know if it's the gun or the shooter, but it's a little like 3.1 inch barrel is extremely accurate out of the factory. I can make solid hits on a man-sized target at 50 yards with it very easily. It's a little dirty right now. I gotta do some cleaning on it, but that's basically what it is. If you also look, what's really cool is if you look inside of here, you can see these little dots. Those little dots are a certain code that Smith & Wesson puts on all their guns. So if it's ever involved in a shooting or something like that, they can mark it and they can read what gun this is, and they know what slide, serial number, everything just from looking at this little dot code. It's a cool little fact. A lot of people don't see it very often. You won't see it, and it's pretty neat idea. I just want to show you real quick the one last thing. Obviously, that's the firing pin hole and the extractor. That's very important when you guys are cleaning your firearms or your guns. I don't know if you saw that. I'll show it again right here. Make sure you clean behind here. If the dirt builds up or gunpowder or residue or whatever. Let me focus it real quick. Oh, there it is. This right here. Gunpowder gets behind it. It could be an issue, and it might not eject. You have a problem ejecting your shells. So auto-loaders are a little more finicky with ammunition. You do have to, try a couple different kinds to see what your gun likes. It might not cycle the slide all the way back because it is heavy. Or the ammunition load is lighter and the slide's too heavy or the springs are too heavy. So you have to see what it likes. This thing, I'm very fortunate. It likes pretty much everything, but that's all I got for you guys today. If you have any questions, please feel free to give me a call. I'll have Mitch post my number down there, and if you want to see some more auto-loading stuff, feel free to reach out, and we can make something happen. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.